All right, welcome back. We've got a crypto market update. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, and this is a very sad state we find ourselves in the crypto world. So read the disclaimer down below. None of this is financial advice. Crypto is very risky and more than ever right now. And we're going to go over the news and then we'll look at some of the technicals. But a lot has happened, so it's probably been a month or so since I've done an update. So let's start with some of the news. So the big news this morning is an exchange called Bybit had a $1.5 billion hack. Most of this, I believe, was Ethereum. We'll have to wait and see some of the fallout here. But this again is why we talk about not your keys, not your coins. If you have coins on exchange, they're always going to be at risk. Now, some exchanges are better than others. Some exchanges have protection, but this is the risk of having your coins on exchange. You're dependent on the exchange's security. So if you have things that you want to hold for long term, I suggest getting a cold wallet and getting those coins off exchange. We are in the meme stage and scams phase of this market. This week we had Lybra meme token scandal, which is rocking Argentina. So this Lybra meme token was a pump and dump that was not promoted or shared. Who knows what it'll end up being, but Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, shared it on Twitter, and it was a big pump and dump. And the people that made out on this pump and dump, they made over $100+ million. So it's just sad. We're seeing this more and more. It's been going on forever, but now you're seeing presidents of the United States, first ladies. You're seeing Javier Milei, president of international countries. You're seeing Dave Portnoy doing pump and dumps all day, and it's sad. So this is really an ugly look, and this is just the wild, wild west. We were hoping, and I'm still hopeful for solid regulation, but this is just, it's getting ridiculous, and it's honestly just pathetic at this point, what's going on here in a lot of these markets. So also today, the SEC dismissed their Coinbase lawsuit. This is good. Coinbase is one of the good actors out there. So the SEC is finally dropping their case that they brought on in June of 2023. That's good to see. Coinbase had spent a lot of money to fight this, so it's a step in the right direction. Also this week, the SEC creates a crypto unit to help with the fraud in the crypto world. So they're seeing all this pump and dump action going on, and hopefully they're going to be able to crack down on some of this. We'll have to wait and see what that looks like. A lot of the pump and dumps are being built on Solana, which is one of the fastest, easiest blockchains to use. So this is kind of a big black eye for them because there's some good technology there. It's very easy to use. It's very fast, but that brings the bad actors on chain for this exchange. Ethereum it's easy to use, but it's a little bit more cost effective or costly to use Ethereum, and it's not as easy to do some of these pump and dumps for these quick transactions. So that is not what you want to see, is people are using some of the technology for not good uses. So hopefully we're getting to the end of this. It's been a lot of memes and a lot of scams, and I hope we're getting fed up with this and people stop falling for this, and people stop doing this. I mean, there's always going to be scams and fraud. The stock market is still filled with pump and dumps and insider trading and all kinds of shenanigans. But right now you've got Bitcoin, and then you've got just a bunch of garbage in the crypto world, and it's just not a good look. So we want this to be a more mature asset class, but it's acting as immature as I've seen it in a long time. So we're really taking a lot of steps back. There's still a lot of good use cases, and there's still a lot of interesting things being built, but it's just overshadowed by the garbage right now. So speaking of exchange being hacked, exchanges being hacked, FTX begins their $16 billion repayments. So on February 18th, FTX estate started repaying creditors. That's good to see. I think this is also why you're seeing some softness in Solana and some of these other tokens, as people are finally getting their money back, or their tokens back, whatever they're getting. And so people are potentially liquidating. I believe some of this was going, on Kraken. So the plan is to distribute the tokens through Kraken, which is also a good exchange that I use. So we'll see what that looks like. If I was sitting there finally getting crypto back from 2020, I would probably be so turned off by this space, and you're looking around saying, should I keep this Solana in the market? Should I keep this Ethereum? Should I keep this Bitcoin? And then you're looking around and seeing presidents doing pump and dumps. I'd probably just hit the sell button and go buy some Nvidia stock or something like that. So who knows what's going on with in the psyche of people that have their funds locked up. Bitcoin did cross 100,000 at the beginning of January and February, and it's just been chopping around sideways, not really doing a whole lot. Malay faces impeachment calls, so the opposing party for Malay doesn't like the pump and dump. I don't like the pump and dump. No one likes the pump and dump, and so this is a good reason to kind of come after him, but he did it on himself. So the meme market cools. So when we look at the charts, there's a ton of blood out there. Like I said, there's Bitcoin and there's everything else. I've been saying this for a while. You can catch a pump in some of these, but these pullbacks on these coins that are just, kind of garbage, they may go up 2x, but you may have to go through a 90% drawdown. So some of these tokens are just getting destroyed, and memes especially, there's just too many of them. There's too many memes, there's too many tokens, and there's only one Bitcoin. So these last few months, more than ever, have really just showed Bitcoin is the top dog until someone says otherwise. And I'm not seeing anything that, to me, comes close to, I want to hold that for 5 years. I'll hold that for 2 years. There's nothing that I feel confident in. There's things that you may play as a trade, but even those are just not worth your time because there's so many rug pulls. Why even take the risk? So that's mostly the news. There's some talk about regulatory changes and reserves for Utah and Texas and America and Croatia, all kinds of places, but nothing real concrete, nothing too exciting going on when it comes to other regulatory news. So let's go ahead and look at some of the charts. So Bitcoin here, just really not doing a whole lot. We got to 100,000 back in November, and we're just chopping sideways, which is healthy. So I do expect eventually a flush down, maybe into the low 80s, and then we make our next move up. Last time we talked, I did mention how Bitcoin made a similar move where it had a parabolic move up, and then it chopped sideways here for 215 days. Wouldn't surprise me. Would be healthy if Bitcoin did a similar move here, makes the move up, chop sideways for 200 days or so, maybe has some wicks down in these are anchored VWAPs here, so maybe we wick down to some of these trend lines, and then eventually we make our next leg up from this point on in the summer up to 120, 130,000, 140,000, whatever. So to me, that is what I see as most likely, especially with the damage in the markets right now. To me, that makes a lot of sense that we just keep slowly bleeding, chopping. We'll have some flushes that get bought up, and then we just keep chopping. But we really need to break that 110 level to potentially move up to the next leg. Yesterday, market looked good. We were at 99.5 this morning, and then the Bybit exchange hack, boom, dumps us down. It's only 3%. I mean, that's a sneeze in the Bitcoin world, but the rest of the market looks kind of soft as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Good old Ethereum, not doing anything. What's sad and funny at the same time is if you had Bitcoin on FTX, you're only getting paid back $20,000 per Bitcoin because that's the price of Bitcoin when they filed bankruptcy. If you had Ethereum at the time of bankruptcy, you're getting paid fair market value because at that time, Ethereum was $2,500. It hasn't gone anywhere in 4 years. Yeah, it's gone up and down all over the place in between, but the price is around the same from 2021 and 2022 to 2025. So really not doing a whole lot. Not a lot of good sentiment for Ethereum, and the sentiment is turning very bad for Solana with all the memes and all the pump and dumps going on here. So let's see. Let's just look at some of these memes. Doge pulling back. You've got things like Pepe pulling back. Things that were popular like Fart Coin, just pump dump. I could go on and on the list here. There's so many tokens that look like this, and that's where I don't want to hold any of these. Once they start going down and I get to break even, I'm out. I'll look to reevaluate. There's just so many tokens that look like this. I like Super a lot. This also way down. So there's a lot of tokens where they're just getting destroyed. And if Bitcoin continues to chop, we're going to see this bleed out even more and more in a lot of these altcoins. Some are holding up better than others, but I just don't want to be playing roulette with these. So for me, it's Bitcoin. What I've been doing also is I've been getting into some Coinbase. Coinbase had a real ugly week, but they had really good earnings. So did Robinhood. Haven't looked at Square. But these, the house, these are the casino houses. These are doing well. I'd rather own the house than play in the casino. So that is really all I got for you guys on the crypto market update. Again, very disappointed in the state of the market, but long-term, big believer in Bitcoin. So for me, again, not financial advice, do your own research. There's 3 things that I'm accumulating right now. I'm accumulating Bitcoin. I'm putting it in a cold wallet. I'm accumulating some Coinbase stock, and I'm also accumulating some Bybit and some retirement accounts. Those are the 3 things that I have conviction in. Coinbase, I'm building a longer term swing position for when Bitcoin does make its next move up. I'm okay getting bled out here on Coinbase. I'd rather get bled out on Coinbase than some of these altcoins that are going to continue to probably bleed out 80-90%. I don't want to hold any of these and just hope for the pump to come back to get break even. So Bybit is the other one, Bitcoin Trust, that I'm accumulating, and I will probably start buying a little bit more aggressive next month. So that is the crypto market update. Everyone stay safe out there in the wild, wild west. And just keep it simple here. Keep it simple. One other piece I do want to mention before we go. It's hard to buy some of the crypto assets when you have opportunities like we did in Nvidia. So this was the nail in the coffin for me to really scale back crypto when the DeepSeek stuff happened. When Trump launched his meme token, I started selling some positions there, and it felt better having cash than having some of these assets that were in big profit. So I started selling more and more aggressively over those couple of weeks, and I'm glad I did. And when Nvidia had its DeepSeek moment, I got out of mostly everything besides Bitcoin, because I didn't want to hold Fart Coin or whatever miscellaneous altcoin when you can go buy a blue chip that's down 17% because of some Chinese language model, large language model. To me, there's going to be more opportunities like that. Today, you're seeing Amazon down 3.5%. Amazon, to me, is an attractive business. Tesla down 5%. Tesla under $300. I'm looking to get involved. Google at 181 after their great earnings, about to fill this gap. There's quality things out there to buy. I don't have time to look at all these little garbage tokens. And I always have time for Bitcoin, but that I'm just nibbling a little bit each week. So that is where my head is at when it comes to crypto. I think there's a lot better opportunities in traditional markets, and until Bitcoin gets its act together, or not Bitcoin, crypto, I'm really just sitting out, watching from the sidelines, and just dollar cost averaging in Bitcoin. So that's all I got for you guys. Enjoy your weekend, and now I got stock market update coming up next. All right, peace out.